Welcome to week 9. We are going to start in on chapter 10. Most of chapter 10 has to do with series. So we start off in 10.1 with sequences. A sequence is just a list of numbers. And then the rest of the chapter we'll be looking at series, which are infinite sums of lists of numbers. So the series are just the sums of sequences. So even though 10.1 may seem at first glance to be unrelated, it really is the foundation of the entire chapter. And there's a lot of little properties and theorems in there, so it's pretty dense. So give yourself plenty of time to read through that material and watch the videos. You can't really fly through that section. There is a lot in there, so take your time with it. In series, so once we get to 10.2 and through to 10.7, we are going to be trying to determine whether an infinite sum adds up to anything or not. So does it converge or does it diverge? We're not going to be interested in figuring out what it adds up to necessarily, but just does it add up to anything? And you're going to learn a bunch of different theorems and tests for determining that. And much like integration techniques, I would keep a strategy. So as we introduce each new test or theorem about series, write that down and keep notes as to how you would identify when to use that technique. So you're going to need to be able to, on an exam, just be given a random series, identify which technique you're going to use, which one is appropriate for determining whether the series converges or diverges. So be keeping track as we go, so then you've got something already made when it's time for the test. Also, the arguments you're going to be making are very specific. There's very specific things I want to see in your argument about a series. So you'll notice on the website on the page for this week a style guide. And that shows each different theorem or test on series that we use and what the bare minimum is I want to see in your argument. So I would print that off and keep that handy while you're doing homework, doing quizzes, and always follow that guide as far as making your argument, and then when it comes time for the test, you'll know you're including everything that I want to see. The tests, just pick those up from the testing center. I'm going to start grading them tomorrow. I'm wrapping up some other tests today. So that's Wednesday. I don't think I'll have them done until sometime this weekend. But Wednesday, tomorrow sometime, I'll get the solutions posted. But I probably won't have the grades entered and your copy back to you until possibly Monday. And then just general note, as always, keep up on the material, be watching the videos, reading the sections, doing all the homework problems, and participate in the discussion, or at least read the discussion. Because, right, the tests are basically the homework problems combined with the concept questions. So if you're doing the homework and reading along at the very least with the concept discussions, you should see no surprises on the exam. So as always, just let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you later.